position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the sixth-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports the Buckeyes will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Oregon's offense will start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
They should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Motion from the back. Moore to the air. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Ducks have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out on the screen. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. Second down coming up. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Gonna look downfield again. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. To the air on first down. Throwing right. Makes a connection. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage, now third and goal from the 2. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing. The Buckeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Dropping back, it's Reed. Still on his feet. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's James. And they get him down. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback. He makes a sure tackle. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Going for the marker on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Now the play fake. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Moore will throw. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. It's caught downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Ducks are marching down the field. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little light here on 1st and 10. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Green. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option, it's Reed. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Snags it quickly on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Moore to the air. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Hill. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking left. He's got an open man. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. First down, 10 yards to go. Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Moore will throw. He's got it on the move. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Absolutely perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? The give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with 0 hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
And the Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Reed. Grabbed in the middle, it's Porter. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught near the sticks, it's Vaughn. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Off the play fake on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll go to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it inside the 30. Off and running. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He got loose, and it really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Great move. Now he's got room.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On the ground, it's Green. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hill. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Plows through the defense. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Moore will throw. Gets it out quickly. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. to the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Roberts. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's James. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Caught in the backfield. It's Porter. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The give on the inside.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Moore to the air. Finds his tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. They'll move the tight end. Gonna swing it on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Wilcox. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. And that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the...
Coming out aggressively. Snags it on the right. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
On target to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So Clemson's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. It's complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Carr. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll run it from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's Richard. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Williams looking for a man. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Canes will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Gives it on the option. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
grab behind the line. It's Davidson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get it through the air. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Williams will pass. Quick strike complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Caves send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Inside the 45. Big play for this offense, and they get it to the 32.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on! Touchdown, Clemson! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Oh, they're after him! Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in, it's Mays. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Williams looking for a man. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got his man quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking to throw again. Caught close to the marker. It's Richard. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the back. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. In the red area, it's Richard. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The play action fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Caves. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just to create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Snagged out of the air. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And points have been... And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the back in the middle. And he'll be brought down. Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. Off play action. Working the middle, it's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Milner. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw again. Completes it in the middle. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Wants to return it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the community.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here on 3rd down for this offense. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilcox. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Look out, he's got room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Williams will pass. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further. Signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Clemson is quick to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. He'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 3rd down play from the gun. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, what a move. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a tight end. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Good, right down the boulevard. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Williams looking for a man. Using the quick game. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tiger. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had 0 problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the catch. It's Richard.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Finds his target down the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quickly complete.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Williams will pass. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They want that clock to run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's a draw. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Clemson will send the punt team out. Catches it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The snap sets up the throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. There's the pressure. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. after this, it'll be a wrap. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.